Hello, my name is Kimberly Arensman, and I will be introducing the organization for Group 6. We chose Forever21 as our organization, so I'll just be giving some background of Forever21 as well as giving a little overview of their competition. Forever21 was founded in 1984, and since then they have grown to be one of the top producers in the fashion retail industry. They focus their fashion on current trends and attempt to offer a unique styling to provide products that are inclusive and promote confidence for the consumer. On their website, they state, while driving innovation across e-commerce and digital to expand access and convenience, the brand continues to strengthen its positioning as today's preferred destination for the fashionable customer. Forever21 is in the retail industry. They are located in more than 540 different locations globally, and they have a website also where consumers can purchase their clothing products and accessories online. They currently have stores in the United States, Canada, Europe, Japan, and also the Philippines and Korea. They are headquartered in Los Angeles, California, and their current CEO is Daniel Kuhl. According to Forbes, Forever21 has current revenue of around $2.7 billion. They currently employ more than 32,800 individuals in areas such as corporate offices, individual retail stores, as well as management. The present owners are Authentic Brands Group, Brookfield Properties, and Simon Property Group. I think it's also important to note that Forever21 is a privately held organization. Now I'm just going to touch on some of Forever21's competition. They are seen as a threat to other teen companies such as Abercrombie & Fitch, Aeropostale, and American Eagle and Gap. They are also in competition with other online fast fashion retailers such as Boohoo and Missguided that are promoted by numerous influencers online. Generally speaking, in comparison to its immediate competitors, Forever21 is a faster and cheaper option for consumers. They are also expanding their customer base from just focusing on teens to focusing on people of different age groups. They are also addressing their competition by no longer settling for large stores and small malls, but now shifting their focus to be in better locations and have larger stores and larger malls. I'll now be passing it on to Haley, who's going to give you some more background information. Thank you.
So to begin talking about current challenges and stated goals, one of Forever21's biggest issues is that in September of 2019, Forever21 filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection and announced the closure of about 180 stores across the globe. Additionally, they also have a very limited focus on e-commerce, and supply chain issues have been a very big issue for them since about 2020 when the COVID-19 pandemic hit. They've continued to have a huge problem shipping products since most of them are coming from overseas. That leads us to our stated goals. With that being said, Forever21 has stated that their goal is to inspire all customers' shopping experience by providing a captivating and exciting store environment with a never-ending flow of fun, on-trend fashion at great value. So this brings us to the SWOT analysis that we've curated for Forever21. We want to start off by highlighting their strengths, especially the fact that Forever21 is able to stay up to date on fashion trends. They're typically one of the first companies to release popular trends onto the market. That leads us to how they are becoming a very eco-friendly company. They've started in store by providing 100% recyclable plastic bags, but also providing a BYOB program, which is bring your own bags. So they're kind of encouraging customers to bring cloth bags or reusable grocery bags instead of taking more plastic away from the store. So overall, it's just a goal to kind of reduce plastic in store. Which leads us to our final strength of them being a very affordable company. It allows for a wide range of customers to have access and the means to purchase their products, as well as their overall just a very customer-friendly company. As for their weaknesses, Forever 21 is a privately held company with a lot of centralized decision making. But one of their biggest weaknesses is that they copy the ideas of other designers, whether that be big companies such as H&M or smaller companies such as people on Etsy who are creating their own designs, things of that sort. They have a lot of lawsuits against them for design. To continue, we also have a variety of opportunities for growth, which includes such things as the ever-changing fashion trends. They're always a good opportunity for product growth. You always have a new opportunity to try out something new or to even try and create your own fashion trend. So that's definitely a good opportunity for Forever 21. They also have the opportunity to potentially provide personalized clothing, whether that be like monograms or just personalized clothing like t-shirts, socks, shorts, anything of the sort. And then their last opportunity is for research and development to create original ideas. So to kind of counteract their plethora of lawsuits that they have against them for design theft, we would definitely encourage them to kind of create original ideas for future, releases of the sort. That leads us to our threats. Forever 21 has a lot of competition with companies such as like Boohoo, Misguided, and Shein being some of their online competitors, with Aeropostale, Abercrombie and Fitch just being a few of their in-store competitors. They're all kind of known for fast fashion and being the first companies to release the latest fashion trends, which kind of puts them in danger. If they're not the first one, they could be the last. Further, they're also experiencing some economic crisis and negative perceptions of customers due to bad publicity with their numerous legal battles that they engage in due to their design theft. And finally, their last threat is their increased production costs due to their increased focus on recycling.
All right, so the first HR/OB issue that we found with Forever 21 was with its sustainability. The fashion industry produces about 20% of the world wastewater and 10% of the global carbon emissions, according to the United Nations. We also found that Forever 21 had outdated social media content in e-commerce department. They also failed to mention any form of current or past sustainability policies. Our first intervention is going to be that Forever 21 CEO Daniel Cull plans to work on the digital side of the company, like social media, to give it a fresh new approach and upgrade the e-commerce platform to better the customer experience. Also, on implementing the Bring Your Own Bag program is one small step to reduce waste, but Cull also plans to have 100% recycled material or sustainable materials across the supply chain by 2030.
So the second issue that we found at Forever 21 was the fast fashion culture itself and Forever 21's culture that was built around that. So Forever 21 was one of the original fast fashion stores, but with the emergence of competitors, they failed to adapt to the growing industry. And online shopping has increased with new generations. And despite this, Forever 21 really has not adapted to that. They have an online store, but for the most part, in the last 10 years, they've been opening more stores instead of focusing on the online market, which has really boomed for a lot of different companies. And with this fast fashion culture comes low prices, which means low wages and low, costs to create the products. So Forever 21 has really been exploiting workers and paying less than minimum wage. They've been investigated by the US Labor Department in 2016 for the fact that they've been paying low wages and having very unsafe working environments for their workers. And they've started to outsource production to independent factories. And because of this, they can offer even lower wages with worse conditions. Most of the time, these factories are going to be in maybe a third world country or maybe, an Asian country that has the ability to pay way less and have way less conditions based off the laws in that country. So Forever 21 has been taking a big advantage in that. They were even linked to the Uzbekistan factories, which had been proved to be using forced child labor to help create their products. So that was definitely a scandal for Forever 21. And honestly, the new era of consumers, there's been this emergence of caring about how your product is made in the past few years. So Forever 21 has really gone downhill because people know that they're using these unsafe conditions for their workers and people don't want to purchase from them. So that has really decreased Forever 21 sales. So our intervention for this is to just abandon the fast fashion model. If they could lower the amount of stores they have and maybe even switch to an online model, they'd be able to cut down on so many different holding costs, taxes, property costs, stuff like that. They'd be able to cut down on that and invest more into their quality, because that's a big problem with the fast fashion culture. Quality goes down when you want to keep prices low. So if they're able to cut down on costs and save, they can invest more into areas that they are lacking in, such as the quality of the clothes. So that's mainly what we've been saying. And also, if they shut down some stores, they could focus on moving into an online model, which really just works more with the way the store and the company is designed. Much like Shin's fully online and it's also a fast fashion culture. And people are more willing to, check the site for 10 minutes to see if new stuff is updated instead of go an hour to the mall to check and see if new stuff is in Forever 21. Our third issue that we noticed is they are very big on design theft. Forever 21 has been caught several times stealing from various artists, small businesses, big businesses, even direct competitors. They have lawsuits from companies such as Adidas, Gucci, and H&M. The H&M one specifically is right here to the right, the Beach Please bag. So this bag, I believe the left one is the one on the right is H&M. The one on the left is Forever 21. So the one on the right was made first by H&M. It was released to the public. Forever 21, then a few weeks later, comes out with their own bag. And as you can see, it's pretty much the exact same bag. It's just a little bit color difference. The trees are in different locations. Actually, the trees are kind of similar too. And it's very obvious that it's a knockoff, but Forever 21 doesn't care because their prices are so low that, maybe a couple people will buy it and make it worth it. So, Forever 21 has just been caught doing that a lot. And because they focus on using current designs and stuff like that, their artists really do not have the freedom. They've told their artists multiple times, don't create new things, just take what's already big and try and make a quick buck off of it. And that's just a bad way to do business, honestly. You're not adapting to the times. You're not going to be making any new products. So an intervention for this is that we said Forever 21 would benefit from hiring outside artists, new designers, and have them align their type of skills with the company's vision and help to create unique products so that Forever 21 could, distance itself from its competitors. No one's going to go to Forever 21 to buy something if they could get something for better quality at H&M. So that's a big thing that we said. And that we also said they could benefit from changing the fast fashion cycle. They're always on the lookout for current trends, but they don't really benefit from bringing back maybe old ones or even starting their own trend. It seems like they're always just looking for what's the next new popular thing and then to just copy off of that. And that just means that, the competitor's always going to have it first for better quality. Why not go that instead of going to Forever 21 where, it's going to break down in a few years. No one wants to purchase something if they can't guarantee that they're going to have it for a while.
Hello, my name is Tuhwan, and today I'll be discussing about issue number 4 and intervention number 4, lack of transparency in Forever 21. In 2019, Forever 21 filed for bankruptcy and were expected to close 178 stores across the United States. Unfortunately, employees at these stores and factories were not told by the management that these stores were closing and instead found out about their jobs being at risk based on the news. And that's the first sign of lack of transparency towards the management. You need to inform your employees of what's going on in the company. You don't want the employees to find out the bad news based on the news. They need to find out any news, good news, bad news, from the management itself. And none of the stores were told which ones were being closed. So not only that the employees had to find out for themselves that they were closing 170 stores, they didn't know which stores were going to be closed. So employees were very uncertain if they should stay at their store or work at a different store that might be still open or just work at a different store, different company store. And some stores noticed no new shipments of clothing coming in. So continuing on with the issues of lack of transparency, once employees from the clothing stores and factories saw the news that their jobs were in jeopardy, they took action and tried to find help from United for Respect. And United for Respect is an organization made up of retail workers that provide platforms and resources for employees to voice their concerns, demand protection, and severance pay packages. Later, some of the store closings were halted, causing further confusion amongst employees and management alike. A current employee named April Jackson that works at Forever 21 stated this: "A lot of things aren't adding up. I still feel in limbo. I'm at a company that seems to not care about me enough to tell us what's going on." So this is an employee that witnessed firsthand of the lack of transparency of the stores being closed at, and also not being told which stores are being closed. So it shows a lot of anxiety and uncertainty towards April. So as time progressed, Forever 21 went back on to previous plan of closing 178 stores to now 88. So some interventions about Forever 21 is the company has been engaging in a task-oriented management style, and the task-oriented management style is a behavioral approach in which the leader focuses on the task that needs to be performed to meet certain goals or to achieve a particular performance standard. And this management style has alienated employees because the employees are just being used for completing tasks, and the management are not caring their employees as regular human beings. And Forever 21 should focus on keeping its employee informed and satisfaction high. Although receiving bad news isn't very satisfying, it is better to be informed and to receive news, to give out news to your employees if either it's good or bad. And there also shouldn't be any gray areas of information, especially when companies closing 178 stores. And in each stores, there's a lot of employees, so just times that by 178. That's a lot of people with job insecurity and uncertainty what to do next.
So in conclusion, Forever 21 is one of the largest companies in the fashion retail industry, where consumers can go online or go in person, and they can find clothing that fit all the current trends and have unique styling. The company is very large right out of clothing stores such as American Eagle and Aeropostale. Due to its super low prices and its large range of clothing, they have huge stores and they sell clothing and apparel for both kids, juniors, men, and women. Forever 21 thrives with staying up to date on the newest fashion trends, but they lack original ideas that are specific to the Forever 21 company. The lack of originality prevents a negative image of the company's creative ability. So the second part of our conclusion is that Forever 21 has 4 large HR/OB issues that include sustainability, where they fail to mention any form of current or past sustainability policies, the fast fashion culture, where they aren't able to adapt to the industry with all these new competitors entering the market, design theft, where they've been stealing designs from other businesses and small artists, resulting in several lawsuits a year, and the lack of transparency with their employees when they filed for bankruptcy and closed over 178 stores, which they didn't mention to any of these employees that were going to be let go, and they had to find out on the nightly news. With the provided solution for these issues, Forever 21 will be able to recover from its current weaknesses. Implementing these solutions will also provide a better environment for these employees and the company will be a few steps closer to redefining Forever 21's current image.